Sari Sanchez here. Hi, Sari. Tell
Hi.
us a bit about yourself. Welcome.
Well, my name is Saray Sanchez. I live in California. I've been in the real estate industry for approximately about 20 years. Um, I have also processed, home loans through my journey. And I have also 4 years of experience in the commercial real estate. Um, I'm married. I've been married for 27 years. I have two young adults. And I'm a fur mama of four dogs. And yeah, that's a little bit about me, overall.
Beautiful, beautiful. And tell us a little bit about your life before the mentorship, before you and I met. How was life like? Business life?
So before entering the mentorship, I was on a journey of self-growth. Um, I knew that I just needed my mindset to be aligned in order to continue to achieve, what I desired was to just kind of work smarter, think bigger, be open to receiving. But I knew that it wasn't just the whole word hustle and grind and work hard. And it went a little bit more deeper inside, right? So definitely when I was looking for coaching, it was just more of like, all right, I have to figure out like internally, how can I work? How can I function internally so then I could express it, externally? And at that point, I think that's when I was just like, I was a little bit, my life was a little bit chaotic. It was never enough, right? Never enough, the word never enough. So yeah, it was just a little bit of that, so that's where I was at, Amy.
Thank you for sharing that. And so during the mentorship, what were some of the biggest shifts or awarenesses that you've gained?
I think one of them was definitely, being aware of my paradigms, right? Being aware of my paradigms, being aware and conscious of my belief systems, of my limited belief system, because it starts somewhere, right? The whys. So conquering like, that, and then, not, I don't want to say mastering, but at least applying the shifts, the constant shifts, in my mind. The thoughts, right? The thoughts, how to shift them, how to ask the universe, how to request things, how to be able to accept and be open-minded of accepting things and receiving. And I think with me, I think it has worked wonders to be aligned in a frequency that it's like my wings are out, right? My wings are out. And like I'm open to receiving. Like there's not like a guilt too. I think we worked on guilt, right, Amy? A lot of the guilt of like I feel guilty not working on Sundays. I feel guilty not working this weekend. And just, being aware of how I was functioning in the past. Self-image was a big thing. It came really big on me, self-image. I think the shifts in the self-image, being aware, the shifts, my belief systems, and then my self-image were, I think, the most impactful, tools that I've been applying and that I've, been aware and, and then just, yeah, I'm just going to continue on that journey. So yeah, yes, Amy.
Absolutely. And I think one of the biggest things that we worked on is also the self-worth, and that's the receiving part. Yes.
Correct. Yes. The receiving part, the receiving aspects behind it. Um, because yeah, it just becomes a little bit hard to just be able to say, when you're such a giver, when you're just giving, 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 and then when you start receiving, it feels uncomfortable. Like, like what's going on? Why am I receiving? Right? But I think it's just kind of like easing it out and just saying you're receiving because who am I not to receive? Right?
Yes.
Who am I not to receive? Like accepting my greatness, and that's it. So, yes, Amy.
And share with us what happened since you started to accept your own greatness, you started to treat yourself, put yourself first. What have you manifested in terms of clients and also gifts, right? Share with us.
So I think once, in the beginning of my journey with you, it was a bit of like I was dissecting clients that weren't aligned with my frequency. And it was like, why? It was kind of like, why are they going away? Like, what is it? Like, I just didn't understand the reasons why, right? And then all of a sudden it was at a point that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna continue. And then I remember you saying, you know what, as long as you put your energy out, it not necessarily has to be that specific client, but it's gonna be aligned with another client. So just trust the process. Just trust the process. And then I kept trusting the process, Amy. And then I started like just kind of like getting like the high-end clients. I started working more, like this is my first year that I work in Orange County. Here and there I've had clients in the OC. However, Orange County is a little bit more like your upscale price range of sales. And I started finding myself in the last few months all over Orange County.
Yeah.
And with clients, with potential clients, and like I got to, and then I'm very good at doing research and then just involving myself with, whatever task aligns my way. But it was just like, oh wow, like even going to a Starbucks, I remember mentioning that, where I was just like, Amy, like I sat there and it was just such a different feeling, such a different vibe, such a different frequency, right? And yeah, like I started selling houses, like, left and right in Orange County. So yeah, my bank account is pretty nice right now, Amy.
I love that. I love that. And I think everybody loves to hear that. And to just break it down for people. So maybe they don't know where Orange County is.
Yeah,
So basically, when we first started working together, I had to sit down with you and clarify who are
yeah,
your ideas. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You had mentioned that you like to work with higher end. So in California, higher end would be probably in the hundred millions, right? $1 million range.
yes,
That's
correct. Yes, yes,
so then in the process, a lot of your previous clients that were not on the same frequency, they were falling away. And what happening at the time, what most people don't understand, they start freaking out. They're like, oh my God, how come, all my clients are, losing? And you're looking at your pipeline, you're like, oh my God, they're all going away. And what I had said to you is that you gotta let go of things that are not on the same frequency of what you want
yes,
first, so the good things can come in, right? And I know at the time it was hard to believe, right? Because all people just look at what is. But then, like you said, you persevere and you trusted the process and you continue to do the inner work. You visualize, you affirm, right?
yes.
All the and then what happened? You started to attract, and this is
Right.
what you started to attract. It was not like you're chasing, right?
No,
These started to attract them into your life.
right. Yeah, I started attracting them at an open house from like a referral, from like a past client that came back. They were like in the mid 500 range. Now they qualified for like 1 million. So it just kind of became a little bit of that, like, and yeah, it was like definitely like, oh, okay, oh, okay, oh, okay, and and I guess just that, right? Like believing in myself, because I think I do bring a lot of value on the table. It's not just based on experience, but I do bring a lot of value to the table. It was not in here, right? I was still stuck, like, okay, I'm gonna be of service. I'm gonna be of service. However, we could be of service, and we could be of service, but we could be of service and be open-minded that we could be of service to those $1 million, buyers and sellers, but as well as to other clients, right? So yeah,
Absolutely. And comes down to the frequency that you are vibing,
yes,
right? And again, it came down to you, Sari. You had to work on your self-worth, and then also share with us a little bit about stepping into the new version of you, how that was uncomfortable initially.
So stepping into, yeah, definitely it was. There was a change in me as far as like, like it was kind of like you were drilling me, Sarai, like it's okay, go this weekend, don't take your computer, don't answer phone calls. And it was just like, are you sure? Like, am I gonna be okay? Like, and she's not like, yes, it's okay. So I've come to learn to feel an ease inside of me and to say, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. I do deserve, I do deserve to have quiet time. I do deserve to be on a vacation. I do deserve to celebrate my wins. Amy, I wasn't doing that. So I do, to me, it was just more like, oh, okay, after, the next, so it, or whatever it is. I'm not talking about just necessarily just business, but I'm talking about, it was never like a part of me to just celebrate my wins, and to just kind of like be at ease and understand the whole why not, and to understand, that I do deserve, and, God is going to provide for me regardless. I don't need to know the how. I just need to
Yeah.
be patient. Mhm.
Yes, yes. How beautiful is that, right? Not
Yeah.
having to knowing how, where they're coming from. And even with you receiving the gifts, tell us a little bit about that free opportunity to go see
Oh, yeah.
the Lakers. I'm not, yeah, tell
Correct.
us
Yeah. So I was being of service, of course, I was helping, one of my uncles just read, some documents and stuff. His boss got involved. And then he's all like, can you please, because he's really close with his boss. And then he's all like, hey, you know what? Can you communicate with my boss? And then I said, yeah, for sure. Don't worry, uncle. I said, I'll do it. I said, okay, let me review your contract and stuff. And it was something personal. And then, all of a sudden, like after that phone call with his boss, like I was communicating with him and we were brainstorming just a bit. And then he's all like, hey, by the way, do you like, would you like 15 tickets, in a suite, right? At the, what is it? I think it's like where the Lakers play, the arena. Yeah. And at crypto, yeah, at crypto. And then I said, she's all like, so and so is playing and stuff like that. I'm not really like a basketball player, but I'm like, okay, I heard sweet, I heard free, I
the
heard VIP parking, I heard VIP everything. And then I was just like, he's all like, it's for tomorrow, you could take your family, friends, whoever you want. He's all like, I'm not going to use them. And then I said, yes, of course, you know? And it was just such like a great experience, Amy. Like we talked about it, how, as soon as like even parking, right? Like going in there, like you enter a different, like street, and you go through different escalator, and you have like the suite where you're sitting down, where like, big shots, sit at, right? And I took all my family. I started calling people like, you guys want to go? Yes, yes, yes. Of course, everybody was excited, right? And it was just such a beautiful experience. And the only thing he requested was just take a picture with your family, send it my way, and just enjoy and have fun. And I was like, okay. Like, and we Googled to see the amount, like how much was it? And I think it was like worth like probably like $6,000 for that day, right? But because it was during the weekend stuff, but like regardless of what it was just such a marvelous experience. So I don't think in my mind, or even in my family's mind, they would have ever thought, you know, that, because once again, it's our limited belief, right? But once I went in there, because my mind, my thoughts, and I've been going through a process, to me it was just like, thank you so much, universe. Thank you so much. You know, like once again, I'm spreading my wings and saying I'm open to receiving. And I was just full of joy and happiness. So yes, so that did happen, Amy. I remember. Yeah.
is the thing that things like this happen all the time. And again, like it's universe will surprise us, right?
Yeah,
And we don't know when, and again, we don't need to know why or how, it doesn't matter. It's just when it happens, we're just grateful. But I do have to say that, it was not luck, Sadi. Maybe other people might think, oh, you're lucky. No, this is why I always tell people it's not luck. You did it. You activated that energy, that frequency to be able to attract things like that, right? So
yeah,
you, even though they may not understand what really happened.
yeah, no, correct. No, no, no. Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
okay with people not understanding. Like I was okay with,
Yeah. But it
and
was
I
you.
just knew that's how I was like, ah, thank you, like
Yeah. So, it's so beautiful to hear all these manifestations and, learnings and your awareness shift. So share with us a little bit. Why did you invest in the mentorship at the time? So you had mentioned a little bit already, but
correct. Um, I think, like I said, I was on a journey of like self-growth. I just knew that I needed to take it to a next level, like a next step, because you could read books, you could listen to podcasts, you could have a group of people that, that you have, masterminds and things like that. But I think, investing just in you, I think it was time, it was the right time to say, I'm going to invest in me, right? Not in my children, not in a book, like just in me, like something that I was going to connect with, right? So I think that was the main thing. I just knew, I think everyone needs, at a certain point in time, I think everyone needs coaching. Like I maybe people are not aware of it, but in order for you to grow and to learn, you need a mentor. You do need a mentor. You need a mentorship. So, I was in a journey, but I was still lost. And you started tweaking a little bit of that, right? And I think that's where it was because I was shifting, but I wasn't shifting properly. And those were like the little things that I just being aware and twitching and things. So I think overall it's just that, like, in order for you to grow, you do need some sort of mentorship.
yeah, I agree with you. I said, you can do it on your own, you can figure it out on your own, but it's gonna take longer, right?
Yeah,
It's trial and error. So why
yeah,
not just follow someone who show you the ropes and who can teach you, like, hey, go here, go three inches to the left, right? It saves you
correct.
so much time and effort than trying to figure it out on your own.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you, Amy.
And so with that being said, for the people that are watching this and they may be on the fence of whether or not they should invest in themselves or invest in this mentorship, do you have any words of encouragement for them?
I think, overall, if you want to see a change, if you want to see an impactful change, I think you should seek, some sort of mentorship, right? A coach, a mentor. I mean, it's just investing in yourself. Like that has to be the priority, to invest in yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually, I mean, in your business. But, overall, if you just invest in your business and you don't invest in yourself, you're always going to be stuck there. So I think investing in yourself has to be the biggest skill. I think going through this journey of change, and then stepping in with you, I think it's just, yeah, like my systems are different. The way I work is different. The way I speak is different. The way my frequency changes is different, right? So I don't think anybody can achieve that unless you're able and capable and willing to learn and to be open-minded to learning from other individuals. And in order for you to do that, you have to invest in yourself. So yeah, I think, yeah, definitely invest in yourself.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. I really agree with that. Yeah. And always the best investment. It's a lot of people focus on their business, which is important. But if you don't change you, it doesn't matter what strategies, right, that you implement in the business. It's that needs shifting.
Yes, it's that. Yeah, definitely. It starts with that. So yeah, I agree with you.
With that, thank you for being here, Sari. And I always tell my students that I would love to continue, right? Invite you back to this journey to see what else has, yeah, down
Yeah,
the line.
definitely, Amy, of course. Of course. I'll keep you posted, Amy, of course.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes, yes.